Give it up for our next storyteller. I'm very excited to bring them out. Give it up for Vicki Juditz. Yes, yes, yes.
I pull up at the house at 10 a.m., the designated pickup time for Mindy's birthday/slumber party. And I see my kid, who's 10 at this time, leaning against the porch railing, arms piled high with sleeping bag, pillow, overnight case, 2 glass bowls filled with water and what look like... What are those? I ask as my kid gets everything in the car. Party favors, duh. They're alive, I say. Yes, Mom, they're goldfish. We have 3 cats, so they'll live in my room. I don't think so. Mom, they're family now. The orange one is Mimi, and the orange and white is Lucy. Family. You know, last time I checked, not too many members of our family had gills. I look at the poor little buggers. You know, it's not their fault. They never asked to be goodie bag stand-ins. I say, well, I guess they can live in the bathroom. We get the bowls into my Prius there. We put them on the floor, wedge them between my purse made out of recycled plastic bags and my motley assortment of cloth totes, and we set off. And my kid says from the back, "We're gonna need a tank." No. I said I had goldfish as a kid. You just need a little bit bigger bowl and some food flakes. I better look up goldfish care online. Oh, you do that. Back home, I recoil in horror as the ghastly fish facts flash before us on the computer screen. Number 1, failure to supply at least a 10-gallon tank will lead to suffocation from lack of oxygen and death. Number 2, failure to let the tap water for the tank sit out for 24 hours so the chlorine can dissipate will lead to chlorine poisoning and death. Number 3, failure to install a filter and to exchange half the tank water weekly will lead to toxic waste buildup and death. Number 4, failure to maintain a temperature between 60 and 80 degrees will lead to severe metabolic stress and death. Number 5, failure to place a screen over the top of the tank will inevitably lead to goldfish jumping out to their deaths. Properly cared for goldfish grow to a foot in length, and they live for up to 10 years. Oh my God, I was a murderer. In my feckless youth, I had blithely killed off any number of finned friends. And so now, to spare Mimi and Lucy the gruesome end those hapless victims suffered, and to redeem myself for past crimes against poikilotherms, I was going to have to set up an aquarium replete with every amenity I could afford. I said to my kid, "Can a glass box filled with water ever substitute for life in the wild? You know, if we really cared about Mimi and Lucy, we'd set them free." Mom, it says right here on the website that goldfish released in the United States harm native fish populations. The ancestral home of the goldfish is mainland China. China? With the most polluted water on earth? Well, we can't take them there. You know, I think we should just take them back to the pet shop where they would have a big tank and professional care. Mom, they were feeder fish. What? Mimi and Lucy would be eaten alive. Oh my God, I flashed back to that horrible moment in The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. The time traveler has journeyed into the future to the year 802,000, and he has encountered humans living lives of absolute leisure. He wonders who supplies their food and clothing, and why none of them are old. He climbs down a shaft into an underground tunnel, and he discovers a race of ape-like creatures. As the menacing, salivating beasts surround him, the sickening truth is revealed. The apes underground take care of the humans above because they are raising them for food. Mimi and Lucy wriggle in fear. "Don't worry, girls, not on my watch." Leaving our faint-hearted our faint-hearted pets trembling in their bowls at the house, my kid and I drive to Petco to purchase a tank, filter, food, gravel, plastic plants, cratered bluish rocks that just might have come from some exotic Asian riverbed, and a screen. And we get everything in the car. We get home. We burst into the house, lugging our booty, and we race to fill every dishpan, every jug with tap water so the chlorine can dissipate. The next day, my kid reverently covers the bottom of the tank with tiny white stones and arranges the artificial greenery. I install the filter, I pour in the now chlorine-free tap water, and I introduce Mimi and Lucy to their new home. Like traumatized foster kids uncertain whom to trust. They flutter pitifully to a far corner of the tank and refuse to so much as look at us. Our Are they sick, Mom? Give them time, honey. Give them time. 10 years pass. Mimi and Lucy are each over 6 inches long. They sleep together as always with their eyes wide open, hidden behind their favorite rock in their 30-gallon tank. I feed them bloodworms, salmon flakes, steamed zucchini, canned peas. I have observed Mimi and Lucy going over every inch of their glass prison walls, searching for a way out. And I imagine them swimming in crystal clear waters on the other side of the world long before humans walked the earth. In my daydream, they are each 12 inches long, 2 hardy specimens in a school over 100 strong. Deftly, the agile pair circumnavigate aquamarine rocks lining the bank of a narrow tributary, while all around them, the golden scales of others of their kind flash in the sun.
Keep going for Vicki.